Hey everybody, welcome to the Pretend Pundits. If you like the content we're putting out, please consider giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications to be notified every single time we go live or upload a video. You can even join in the conversation with us by joining the Discord. The link will be in this video description. Now sit back and enjoy. Right, here we go then, boys. Episode number 9 of the Pretend 11 series. The one that we've all been waiting for, especially Sean. It's the Unga Bunga 11. Now, just to put that into context for anyone who's not a regular of the show, Eric Dyer famously was described by Sean as having an Unga Bunga head. So we thought, what better 11 to do than Unga Bunga? There's no dictionary definition. It's essentially just players that have caveman-like features, make caveman-type decisions, have a meathead, anything in general. So whereas before we've had sound reasoning and logic and statistics for players we've picked in our teams, this one's just purely meatheads and cavemen, really, isn't it? Hairy people, stuff like that. So let's get it straight underway then in our usual formation. We're going to go for 4-3-3, starting off with the goalkeeper, Aidan.
So for my goalkeeper, I've gone for Oliver Kahn. I just feel like he's got a fucking huge head and he's a bit of a lunatic, like cavemen were. So that's what I've gone for in goal.
Yeah, you see him in the stands, don't you? And his head is disproportionate to his body. You're not wrong there.
Yeah.
Sean, what about you, mate? Who have you gone for in goal?
So I went on different tacks. I found it really difficult for goalkeepers. So I went for Gabor Kirali. He used to wear pajamas or those tracksuit bottoms in goal.
Oh, the Hungarian guy.
Was he Palace's keeper?
Oh, I think I definitely remember him at West Brom. I'm certain it was West Brom, but he used to wear those pajamas.
Yeah.
Matalan trousers, and
I remember.
Just a terrible. Yeah. I remember him throwing it out to the defender once, and the defender was tightening his lace, and they've just picked it, scored straight past him. Proper Unga Bunga moment.
I'll rate that shout. I've gone to a similar path as Sean on my goalkeeper, just purely for the one spectacular save he made in a friendly against England. I went for Rene Higuita. That scorpion kick save was just something you might see in some sort of ancient tribe where you're trying to impress a mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, his girlfriend was definitely watching the game that day.
Yeah, 100%.
And he's hairy as hell, so that's who I went for in that position.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's a tough three to decide for between, to be honest.
Yeah. I think Rene Higuita, proper peacocking with that scorpion kick. But if I was going to say which one looks more like a caveman, I'd go Rene Higuita. If I said which one has the biggest head, I'd go Oliver Kahn. And which one made the biggest dumb decisions, starting with buying your tracksuit bottoms from Matalan, I'd say Kirali.
Right. Well, what do you think on that, Aidan? Are you swaying your vote a little bit more either way, or are you sticking with yours?
I don't know. It's hard, this one.
It is. Because the thing is, there's no real definition to go by, is there?
No. We've got like no stats.
What do you reckon we should do then? Do you reckon we should go through the team and then come back to the keeper just to see which keeper fits this team best, maybe?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. We'll start, instead of going left back this time, we'll start with right back because I have such a weak option at left back and a weak reasoning. So right back, Sean, if you want to kick us off with yours.
I really struggled with right back, and I went with Phil Jones in right back because of the faces he pulls and the. I don't know. Can you remember the one where I think it was Olivier Giroud was through on goal and Phil Jones was like crawling across the ground to knock it.
Yeah, I think, was it Gavi of Barcelona who recently channeled his inner Phil Jones? Was it Gavi or Pedri? One of the two.
Was it?
But yeah, crawling across the ground and fully Phil Jones. Didn't quite pull the same face, but yeah. I didn't struggle with right back myself. It was left back I struggled with more. I tried my hardest to get position by position.
Mm-hmm.
And at right back, I've got Kyle Walker. And this isn't anything on the field related. It's just more off the field. I think he's been caught urinating in public like more times than any person I know anyway, and
Yeah.
various activities in clubs with using his hands in positions they haven't been asked to be put. So yeah, for me, he's just a bit of an Unga Bunga, the way he acts like a complete caveman out in public when he's a professional footballer is the one for me. So
The club antics is helicopter, helicopter.
yeah, something to them effects. You Spin Me Right Round, Baby was playing at the time. But yeah, that's the reason I've gone with there. He's just an absolute caveman outside of football. Great player, but
Yeah.
just a bit of a chaotic character.
yeah. Aidan.
Right back. So this is inspiration from Sean. I had to put him out of position, but this is Eric Dyer.
Okay.
Ooh.
I've got him at right back because I was going to put him at centre back, but I've got two other centre backs in there who are more of a centre back than this little twerp with this massive Swede.
Yeah, I was tempted to push Dyer into midfield. I have got him down as one of my centre backs because obviously he's the inspiration behind the team. It felt like he has to be there, but at the same time, there's other good centre back nominations as well.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have to play the right back card on this one for Walker. I think he's deservingly an Unga Bunga man, and out of them three nominations, he's the only right back.
Yeah, who was yours again, Sean?
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones.
I'd agree. Kyle Walker, he makes boneheaded off-field decisions, doesn't he?
I can
That's
go
his
for
issue.
Kyle.
Unfortunately so. Lovely. We'll go to left back then. I've got a very weak choice at left back. And again, that inner caveman instincts of just fucking smash it as hard as you can. I went for John Anarisa. Like an absolute rocket of a left foot he had.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was like, is he a caveman? Is he Unga Bunga? So I checked out some interviews of John Anarisa, and he actually comes across quite well for a Norwegian. His English is quite good, so I thought he's not very Unga Bunga, but you put the ball in the right place, and he's got that sort of me hit hard, me smash, me score goal, me score rocket, and yeah, that for me that had to have him in there. So that's why I put him as my left back. Sean, give us your left back, mate.
So you might need to Google this guy, unless you can remember him from the Sevilla match. Acuna.
Oh yeah, Acuna. No neck.
Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah. So one of my friends, Jordan, he says to me that he's built like Crash Bandicoot, where his shoulders are up. Like, if ever there was a Unga Bunga left back, Acuna.
And his name is literally Acuna Matata. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I don't even need to fucking give mine. But yeah, mine's Kolasinac.
Oh, that is a really good shout. To be fair,
Yeah,
It is.
I felt like he is like proper caveman, big massive head,
yeah.
and he was shit, unfortunately,
was.
at Arsenal. So yeah, that's what I've gone for.
that is really unfortunate because I'm swinging my vote straight to Acuna. I think that's such a great shout. Isn't
Even I'm changing mine to Acuna.
built like Crash Bandicoot is absolutely perfect. Right, there we go. That's the fullbacks in. Centre backs. Is Eric Dyer going straight into this, or what do we think?
Oh, easily. He's the captain.
Yeah, he is.
the captain
He's
of
the
Unga
inspiration
Bunga,
behind Unga Bunga, so we'll put him in there then.
He's the hunter-gatherer of our caveman squad.
I was tempted to leave him out for another nomination, which is Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, Bungery to hell. Just the way he walks, like, it doesn't even feel like he's a human.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think at this point it might be good to show, that evolution chart of human from like primitive monkey into early caveman and all that kind of stuff. He'd sit somewhere between human and chimp.
I like the ones where it goes like the start and then it gets to like the humans. So Harry Maguire, and then they reverse and go back. We fucked up.
Yeah. That's spot on. That was going to be my other one for Eric Dyer, but I have got another centre back nomination. Aidan, who have you got in your centre backs? Was one of them Dyer or Maguire?
So Maguire is there,
Okay.
and the other one. This isn't for his mistakes or anything. This is because he probably has the biggest head we've ever seen in the Premier League. Vincent Kompany.
Oh
Ah.
yeah.
He has a
Huge.
fucking Swede on him.
I
Yeah.
haven't got him nominated, but I believe that there's someone with a bigger head,
Oh my god.
and that is a centre back who plays at Leicester, Kagla Sionchu.
He does have a big Swede.
He has a fucking huge head, but
Yeah.
Aidan's 11, I think he said before we started recording, is very much based on head size.
It's all meatiness.
Did you know that he just got a move to Atletico Madrid as well?
He has on a free transfer, yeah.
How mental is
Yeah.
that?
He's a good player. He's a really good player. I'd love to have him at Villa. He's solid.
But they've got that other, who's that massive one they've got now? The Australian, 6'6",
Harry Souttar.
Harry Souttar, that's it. Yeah, so Leicester have got a few Unga Bunga players, but yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't put him in my team, but yeah, he's got a huge Swede.
Yeah.
What about you, Sean? Who's your other? You got Dyer and
I've got Dyer and Maguire.
oh, you got
And,
Maguire as well.
Yeah, because there was a really funny moment. I don't know if you remember in the 2018 World Cup at Russia, where Jamie Vardy was sat in with all the journalists, and he goes, I wrote it down. What did he put? It's Jamie Vardy here from Vardy News. Just how big is the diameter of your head?
He's got a dedicated chant about the size of his head, to be fair. So
Yeah.
He's called Slabhead for a reason.
yeah, this Unga Bunga defense has big heads. So yeah,
And big shoulders.
so I'm assuming that they're all going to be on the wall when it comes to free kicks in this team.
Yeah. Oh, literally.
Is that all of your centre backs nominated now? I've got one more.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one I had was Kurt Zuma. Just purely for his primitive. He's so primitive that he mistakes his cat for a football. So
Yeah.
that's why he had to go in there. And it was like the way he acted was so like he'd never seen an animal before. And yeah, just primitive acts. But yeah, Harry Maguire, I'm happy to put in there as well.
Yeah.
Ah, lovely.
I did have an honourable mention for Carlos Puyol. He is.
Oh yeah,
He is a proper caveman looking guy, isn't he? Again, he's got the furrowed brow with lots of hair, but he doesn't make dumb decisions. And I thought he was an excellent centre back.
yeah. No, I like that. Right, that's the defence sorted. Then we still haven't quite got the goalkeeper put into place.
Yeah.
So we've got Acuna at left back, Dyer centre back, Harry Maguire the other centre back, and Kyle Walker right back. Who do you think fits in out of Oliver Kahn, Gabor Kirali, and Rene Higuita? Who's just Ungary Bungary?
I mean, Oliver Kahn would sort those guys out
That's
in a heartbeat, wouldn't he?
You'd need him in there to sort that back line out.
Yeah, I think Acuna and Kahn are built very different, built very similar.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Rene Higuita, just because he's got that kind of curly hair and
Mm-hmm.
don't give a fuck kind of attitude, and I'm a head case, and
Yeah.
he's kind of. I think he wore tracksuit bottoms as well, actually.
He did for that
Yeah, I think he
scorpion
did.
kick, yeah.
Yeah. Matalan tracksuit bottoms. Matalan, if you want to do a
Right.
sponsorship.
I was going to say, it's not very caveman-like of him, but yeah. If he'd have worn a little leopard...
Yeah.
Or a little leopard number.
What do they call them things that cavemen wear? Almost like
Caveman clothes.
nappies.
I don't fucking know. A saber-tooth chest skin.
There is a word for it. I don't know. We'll have to have a look into that. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll stick Higuita in there. Then I'll just take Sean's quick response there in order to keep things moving and ticking. We'll move on to the midfield as well. I've done my typical forget to move the bottom scroll across. There we go. All caught up now.
Oh, I've just thought of a player that we can give just an honourable mention for.
Okay.
Purely for his brows. Think caveman brows. Jose Basingua from Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, what a shout.
Oh man.
He just pops into my head then. Don't know why, but he needed a mention. He has caveman features.
Monobrow
Yeah.
11? Question mark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 Great honourable mention there.
Yeah.
Whilst you're at it, then Aidan, give us your first choice in the midfield, my friend.
John McGinn.
Yes. I've
McGinn.
got him as well.
Yeah, I thought you fucking when you said yesterday I've got a Villa player, I was like, I know it's gonna be John McGinn. Yeah, it's fucking John McGinn. Like he's Unga Bunga, and you just look at his fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could you just
Again, like
imagine
I say-
John McGinn and Marcus Acuna just having a little scrap going backwards and forwards, you know, like with their arms fully extended out, like
Yeah.
what are them figures? And is it Rock'em Sock'em boxers? It's just built like them, isn't it? That's exactly what it would be like between them two.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that. John McGinn's one of my nominations for midfield as well, mate. Sean, have you got him in, or have you got someone else for your first nomination?
No, I went for Charlie Adam.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Charlie Adams. Okay.
Because he's a professional footballer that had a big money move. He had a move to Liverpool and still kept his Unga Bunga teeth. You'd have thought it had changed that. But,
He's no
you know,
Garnacho.
Yeah, he's got that kind of Scottish vibe and drinks heavily, probably eats pie and mash most days, and for me, he's a bit of a caveman.
Unga Bunga.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll rate that shout. I'll rate that. Who's your second, Sean?
Granit Xhaka.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
So he's a bit of a meathead. He doesn't think, dumb decision making at times. Better this season, but if we take this season out of the equation, what a Dumbo he's been. A proper Unga Bunga. Just goes straight in. He's reckless. He
Aggression,
likes to
yeah.
pick up. Yeah, and is like, yeah, he hadn't really played with poise until this season.
Okay. I'm going to go with my second nomination here because I have a feeling that me and Aidan might be on a similar level here. If this was a boring 11, he'd be the first name on the list. But I've put him in my Unga Bunga 11. It's James Milner.
Oh, that is a good shout.
He is just the most boring Unga Bunga motherfucker you've ever seen in your life. What was that? What was that night? What were they celebrating that night when they said, "Are you going to go and have a drink?" And he said, "I'm going to have a Ribena."
Oh my god!
Like, is that not the most James Milner thing that's ever happened? He's got like
such a dull fucker.
He's got strange features. He's got like, I don't know if you boys ever remember that episode of Dexter's Lab where he gets facial reconstruction surgery and he's got like a perfectly chiseled face. That's just what James Milner looks like. He's in my team for that reason. He's not built as cavemanly as McGinn, but he's certainly very primitive looking.
Yeah.
I have him as my honourable mention,
Okay.
James Milner, because of the same reasons. Oh my god, I've just seen this handsome Dexter thing that you're talking about.
Tell me that's not James Milner. Show the camera. See, if James Milner was ginger, tell me that's not him.
Yeah, that is him all over.
You haven't got him then, Aidan. I see you said that was a good shout. You haven't got him, no? Who's your second?
No, Thomas Partey. I've gone for again. Massive.
Are we about to get cancelled?
So, yeah.
This bit is getting completely cut out. I'm sorry.
Thomas Partey.
Dear.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Oh no. No. Right. Let's get back on track.
So he's not going in the team.
He might be.
Oh, lovely. Shall we do our thirds or?
Yeah, my third I've mentioned before, Jeff Hendrick. Meathead, the most
Okay,
weird shaped head I've
yeah.
ever seen on a human. Yeah, Jeff Hendrick. Say no more on that. Sorry, my head is still thinking back to that last shout.
Oh, fucking hell.
Go for it.
Who
Anyone,
you got, Sean?
anyone take it away.
Who you got, Sean? For your
Have you,
third?
both, have you both done two, have you?
Yeah.
I've done two, yeah.
Thomas Partey. No, I've got. So I wrote Danny Murphy in there, and then I crossed him out for Marwan Fellaini.
Oh,
I nearly put Fellaini in mine
Fellaini.
as well.
Yeah, Fellaini.
He's all kind of hair, and then he's all like elbows, and he's just like, trying to fight his way through defenders. He's just
A real
Fellaini,
Bunga
wasn't
Bunga style of play, yeah. That's a really good shout, Fellaini. I like that. Who's yours, Aidan?
Mine's Gravenson. Is it Thomas Gravenson?
What, you used to play for, was it Leeds?
He played for Real Madrid,
Real Madrid,
Everton.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone else then.
Massive head, bold, fucking just reckless.
I don't have any
Horrible
memory of that
bastard.
guy, I have to be honest.
Oh, really? I think you'll recognise him.
Let me have a look. What was his name? Ryan Gravenson?
No, Thomas Gravenson.
Thomas Gravenson.
Thomas. Yeah.
proper Brexit guy.
Yeah. He was a bit of a fucking reckless shit.
It looks a bit like Yap Stam off Wish.
Yeah. Just a bit more.
Ooh. Oh, blimey. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think he was in the Beckham era
He was
at Real Madrid.
he was.
Okay. No, I honestly don't have
Yeah.
a recollection of that guy, but yeah, I can see where the Unga Bunganess comes from.
Yeah.
So I think we've got John McGinn as one in there.
Yeah.
I think we've got to put Fellaini in there, right?
Yeah.
And who else have we got? Milner, Hendrick, Gravenson,
Xhaka.
Xhaka,
Party.
Did we mention him? I can't remember.
Oh, I think we may have done. Just briefly.
So out of them, then, who do you think we should go for alongside McGinn and Fellaini?
Ooh. Who do you think, Sean?
I do also have an honourable mention for John Joe Shelby and Danny Murphy. If either of those are
John Joe Shelby would go in a Harry Potter 11. Danny Murphy.
he's kind of got that furrowed brow, and
When you hear his
I'm a-
opinions on Talk Sport, it just does sound like caveman noises. But I don't know. I feel like just purely for the shape of his head, got to go for Jeff Hendrick.
I don't really remember the shape of his head. He's got little.
I'm
He's
trying
got
to
curtains,
look.
hasn't he?
He's got
He's got long hair, hasn't he?
he's got like the same shaped head as Sionchu, just like almost like a number 8.
Oh yeah. Look at the shape
Yeah,
of his head.
Yeah, he's got long hair as well, hasn't he, Jeff Hendrick? Oh, he did have.
He did have, yeah, with a headband, which just
Yeah.
exposed his head. It made it look like an 8 with an umbrella on.
Yeah, huge head.
I'm actually for Jeff Hendrick.
Lovely.
Yeah, we'll go Jeff Hendrick.
That completes the midfield then, boys. Looking Unga to the Bunga right now.
Yeah.
Marwan
Yeah.
Fellaini, Jeff Hendrick and John McGinn making up that midfield.
Yeah, love that.
Let's move on to forwards. There's a few good shouts in this one. I think the midfield was the easiest to do for me. I think defence was the hardest. This one was probably in between the two. I'll chuck my first nomination in, then I'm assuming that you're going to have this one as well, Sean. Is it Harry Kane in your forwards?
I don't have Harry Kane here.
Really?
But you're right. He can barely speak the English language.
Yeah,
that is true.
he does make caveman noises. He's like, in a positive light to him, though, he's just very instinctive. His instinct is to score goals, which he does. So he goes out with one set goal, hunter-gatherer, caveman noises, Harry Kane.
I like that.
Do you know you know his brother Charlie is a football agent, and he has one client, and that's Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's quite
Yeah,
that's quite common nowadays, though, isn't it? I think Marcus Rashford is the same.
He goes to work in a suit and tie every day, though.
What?
In his living room?
Kitchen.
In his kitchen.
just leans over his countertop with a laptop. He's got a blazer on and a tie, but he's just wearing like fucking, I don't know, Power Ranger boxers.
Like Sean does on the pod on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I do. Stick with pajamas on, pajama bottoms, and my villa top.
Who you got in yours, Aidan?
So my first forward, I've got Georgios Samaras.
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah,
That's a great
What
shout. I'm just gonna pull up a picture.
yeah, that's. I mean, I don't even think I need to explain that, do I?
No,
that
he's
is Bunga. He is a caveman.
but he's Unga Bunga, but at the same time, he looks like that bloke who would steal your girlfriend if she went on an all-inclusive holiday to Greece.
Yes, yeah, true.
He's got that sort of
That's very
vibe
Unga
about him.
Bunga. Cavemans didn't give a shit back then.
Yeah, looking through his pictures, yeah, I remember him with the old like beard and stuff. But when he was clean shaven, yeah, he's not a bad looking motherfucker, you know.
Yeah, he did all right, didn't he?
I'd be interested to see the similar reason as I had with Risa, how he composes himself in interviews, whether he makes caveman noises or whether he's eloquently spoken, you know, and reads poetry and stuff like that. But yeah, I rate the shout. What about you, Sean? Who's your first choice?
First one in here, Kostas Mitroglou. He went to Fulham under what's he called, Felix McGrath, for like 15 million in January, and he played 3 times and scored 0 goals. And
oh my god!
If you look at Mitroglou, he honestly,
you could have given me a jump scare warning. Fucking hell! I just pulled his picture up on my phone. Look at that.
He was a proper caveman kind of guy, and
that looks like
Fulham.
That picture looks like something you'd see on Interpol Most Wanted website. There's a red notice issued for this man. He's on the run. Jesus.
He was an absolute donkey in the Premier League. I know it's very niche.
That is a niche shout.
For me, what a player! What a caveman!
Oh wow, I've gone super mainstream on mine. I'm going to save the best till last. So Harry Kane was my first. My second, Nicholas Bentner. Just tall, a really strange walk, like his gait, if you like. He just moves like someone who's 6'9".
Yeah,
and he had some career for someone who was very average as a player. And I've got nothing more to say on him. He's just become a bit of a meme hero now, Lord Nicholas Bentner.
Yeah.
Not for being good.
He made lots of dumb decisions outside of football as well, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Strange hairstyles too.
Yeah, I think he did he smash up a load of taxis in Denmark or something.
I don't know. Did he?
Yeah, and he was engaged or married. I forget. He certainly got kids with her. It's just the princess of some Scandinavian country.
Yes, I did know that. Yeah.
Yes, it's just some very, very weird things from Bentner, from Lord Bentner.
It's not quite caving hieroglyphics into the inside wall of a cave, but yeah, it's certainly caveman style. Who's your second one, Aidan?
Speak then. Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, great shout. I can't believe I've left him out.
Yeah. He is pure Unga Bunga, and he's got the head, he's got the attitude of it. Like you said earlier with whoever it was, the smashing and Arisa. Yeah, he gives me them vibes, and he's just got the face, the look of an Unga Bunga.
How did I overlook Rooney? What am I doing here? He looks like. Do you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like what he would do back in his village or back in his tribe for fun. Would be to run as hard as he can headfirst at his brother, and they clash heads. That's just what. Yeah. That's just the sort of thing I could picture Wayne Rooney doing. He probably does it in his garden now with his kids.
Yeah, Knocked fuck out of him.
Yeah, that's such a great shout. What about you, Sean? Did you have Rooney or did you have someone different?
I lost Tevez.
Yeah, another good shout. Oh my god.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's probably the most perfect Unga Bunga shout. Yeah.
I think I'm going to be dropping all my nominations here, apart from maybe my last. But yeah, I'm struggling to fight Harry Kane and Nicholas Bentner's corners over here with them two shouts.
Yeah.
I'll give you my last one then. Here's the strange thing with this guy, and I'll be interested to know if you can guess who I'm talking about. He presents himself as this very distinguished and cultured and fine-speaking, wine-enjoying philanthropist, but he just looks like a caveman and acts like a caveman. Certainly did when he was a player, anyway.
Ooh. Here's a clue. Who did he play for?
France.
You're not on about Ginola, surely.
No.
Cantona.
Eric Cantona.
Eric Cantona.
Yeah, just a bizarre man. I think a very misunderstood person, very unique character. Some of the quotes he's come out with about the seagulls following the trawler, and he's his primitive instincts kicking in at Selhurst Park when he kicked that fan up.
Yeah, karate kick straight to the face.
But he comes across as this he did that advert. What was the advert for? I can't remember. Was it a beer of some kind when he's sitting with all these French farmers, and he just looks the part.
Yeah,
he looks like he fits in anywhere. He fits in as a footballer. He fits in as a farmer. He fits in. He just fits in everywhere he goes. But he's got that caveman look.
Yeah.
The stories that they used to say about him was he'd go into the city of Manchester just during the weekends. He would just sit on a park bench and just chat to random people. And he says that Manchester is the best place in the world. He was just if a player goes to a club now, right, and they just say, let's say someone moves to Manchester United tomorrow, someone from Holland, they're going to go, oh, I've always dreamed of what it would be like to live in Manchester. And it's like, no, you haven't. That's what the PR team have told you to say. But Eric Cantona really embodied the literally just going into Manchester city centre every weekend and soaking up what he called the culture. And he said it's the best culture of any place in the world he's ever been to. And he's just so bizarre. And that's why I think he's just got that primitive thing about him. I don't know why I'm fighting his corner so much. I think it's just because I've got two completely useless shouts now. But yeah, Eric Cantona for me is...
I've seen a picture of Cantona with a full, solid unibrow as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen that picture.
He had a unibrow in some of his peak times as a player too.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he's got that full beard going on, he's got a 70-30 beard to face ratio, which is impressive.
Yeah.
So that's my last shout. I've really fought out for him. But yeah, give us your last one, Aidan.
So mine was Erling Haaland. He was
another good shout.
You know what I mean? He is a caveman, but he's like a caveman mixed with a Viking.
Yeah.
And a fucking god. He's unreal, isn't he? And he's got a massive fucking Swede. And again, you can just imagine him just doing that smash thing, just running at people, bullying everyone.
I think the only thing that lets him down for the purposes of this 11 is the fact he's just surpassed 50 goals. If Erling Haaland was on 10 goals or 5 goals, we'd probably be going, straight in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the shout nonetheless. Like you say, he's more Viking than Unga Bunga.
Yeah.
Have you seen the memes of him running as well? Again, he's like that kind of...
Yeah.
Arms and shoulders at a right angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a good shout, but just imagine putting him in a similar team. He's playing alongside Eric Dyer and Harry Maguire. I think that would be an insult to Haaland to have him in here now.
Yeah, I think so.
But then again, we're looking at Rooney, so you never know. Sean,
true.
Who is your last one, mate, for forwards?
Frank Ribery.
Oh, yeah.
If ever there was a player that looks like
Oh
he
my
should
god.
be searching and hunting for food, it is Frank Ribery. He's got a scar down the side of his. I don't know what it was from. Same with Tevez actually. I think he's full of scars on his face. But
Yeah.
thinking about it, why have we not even mentioned Jolene Lescott?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, just because he's not as Unga Bunga as Maguire and Dyer, I think.
I don't fucking know, mate. You didn't watch him at Villa that year. Trust me. That comes as Unga as they come. Little bastard.
But yeah, for me, Frank Ribery, he's got the furrowed brow, he's got the scars to go with it, he's got teeth that look like they are an absolute car crash. Frank Ribery.
Oh god,
Yeah,
right.
Frank Ribery's not a bad shout.
I'm just immediately deleting Bentner and Kane from this because there's no chance that they're getting in over all of these nominations.
Yeah.
Um,
I definitely think Rooney and Tevez is in there.
I think Rooney, yeah, I've got to back Rooney 100%. He's definitely caveman.
Yeah.
Cantona,
For me, I'd say Rooney, Tevez, Cantona.
I think it's just that primitiveness of Cantona. Like he has a little bit of the look of the Unga Bunga, but I think it's just who he is as a person is very, I don't know, just very human, very unevolved, very unwashed. It's like, it's almost like he was frozen in time from, and he just got unfrozen is not a word, thawed out in the middle of
Frosted.
Yeah, defrosted in the middle of Manchester, in the early 90s, and that was kind of that. But yeah,
that's actually a very good way to describe him.
Who else was there? Tevez.
That's such a good way to describe him.
Oh, Aiden's gone.
Fuck off. Oh, fuck.
I can't think who else we had here. Rooney, Tevez,
Cantona,
Mitroglou.
I can't say I remember that guy much. Yeah, you said Rooney, Tevez, Cantona. What do you think to that, Sean? Is there anyone that should be in over any of those others? I think Rooney's nailed on.
Yeah, let's put Rooney in there. I agree that he would he would be great in the NFL because they love getting hit in the head.
Yeah.
Rooney would do it with no helmet on.
Yeah,
he would do it with no helmet on. Rooney, Tevez, and Ribery. No, sorry,
Ribery. That was the other one. Yeah. There needs to be a word out there to describe the person who has the body type of that Acuna, Oliver Kahn, Frank Ribery, John McGinn. There must be a word to describe that. They've all got the same bodies.
And we just call them bandicootisms. Yeah.
Bandicoot bodies,
yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Who's any good at Photoshop and can Photoshop Acuna's head onto Crash Bandicoot's body?
I'll certainly give it a go.
Let's see if we can get that in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I really don't know. This is so tough. It's between...
So between Cantona and Ribery.
I almost want to give Cantona up to get Tevez and Ribery in there because they're two great shouts, but I don't know. I feel like I need to fight for Cantona in this.
I'm going to say Cantona, Tevez, and Rooney. That would be my three.
I'd say Cantona, Ribery, Rooney.
Oh, I'd say Tevez, Ribery, Rooney.
Oh, so we're all like split completely. There's 2 votes for everyone. Right. Should we let's get Alexa to decide. How about that?
Yeah.
Right. So the microphone should be able to pick this up. So we'll go Aiden, you're 1, Sean, you're 2, and I'll be 3.
Okay.
Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 3.
Here's a number between 1 and 3. It's 1.
So that's Aiden's.
Aiden.
So that means it's
Yeah.
Rooney, Tevez, Cantona.
Yeah.
Wow. So Ribery is got to be in there with the honourable mention because I think Sean's, what's the word, metaphor, or I don't know, but saying that he is the most hunter-gatherer, he'd go out and hunt his own food,
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
great analogy. That's the word, analogy.
Yeah. That's the one.
He carries the scars, doesn't he?
That's
He
it.
does.
But Rooney, Tevez, Cantona completes the team. So let's read it out in full. Goalkeeper, Rene Higuita. Left back, Marcus Acuna. Right back, Kyle Walker. And a centre-back pairing of Eric Dyer and Harry Maguire. Probably our first choice centre-back pairing for the next tournament, ironically. Midfielders, Marouane Fellaini, Jeff Hendrick, and John McGinn. And then the strikers, Wayne Rooney, Carlos Tevez, and Eric Cantona. Lovely, boys. Another 11 completed. We've got one more to go before we do our combined 11-11. Are we putting a manager into the Unga Bunga?
I do have a manager.
I didn't have a manager, and I do this every single week. I need to be reminded and tapped on the head
Yeah, I do.
saying, don't
I
forget a
forget my
manager.
manager.
So, Sean, your manager goes automatically in.
Oh, see, I went with Ian Dowie.
Ian Dowie.
I-
Do you remember Ian Dowie?
I was convinced, I remember Ian Dowie, but I was convinced that you was going to say Duncan Ferguson.
Oh, that's also a good shout. And I also have as an honourable mention for manager Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
Steve Bruce, gotta be. I'd go Steve Bruce. Cabbage Head.
What about, oh my God, I've lost his name. Blackpool manager.
Oh,
West
Ian
Country.
Holloway.
Ian Holloway.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Ian Holloway.
Oh, this.
What a boy he is.
Ian Dowie, though, is such a good shout.
Yeah, Ian Dowie is a good shout.
Is there anyone else that's Unga Bungery?
Um,
I'm just trying to run through recent managers. Conte? He's got two primmed and fine cut hair to be Unga Bunga, isn't he?
Yeah.
Steve Cooper.
He's too well groomed. Steve Cooper, I don't know.
Frank Lampard.
No.
He's well groomed.
He's a bit of a poster boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He fucking was before the stress of becoming a manager of Chelsea for the second time. Now look at the state of the cunt.
You've also got, do you remember Avram Grant?
I was thinking of Avram Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just Googled ugliest managers for a look. And you got Steve Evans as well.
Steve Evans, yeah. Where is he now? Is he still at Rotherham?
I don't know.
He was at Peterborough for a bit, wasn't he?
Needs deleting off the planet. Steve Evans.
Oh, Grant McCann.
Stevenage.
Stevenage. Grant McCann's not a bad shout. He's a bit Unga Bungery as well.
Who else is there?
I can't really think. If you know any Unga Bunga 11s at this point, get them in the comments.
Remy Gard.
I think we could come up with probably a mental one. What about Maurizio Sarri? Just casually smoking cigarettes on the sidelines out in Italy. Just does what he wants, mate.
Yeah, Bielsa. Threatening a fucking mob in Argentina with a grenade.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking caveman-like, isn't it?
Yeah, I rate that. I don't know.
So, who are we going for? We just reeled off loads of managers.
I know.
Yeah.
I think we've just got to go with the only one who was nominated, I think, and go with Ian Dowie.
Ian Dowie, yeah.
But yeah, well,
He's a proper hey you guys kind of guy, isn't he?
he really is. Yeah, what is he what is he even doing these days? Oh my God. As soon as you said, hey you guys, this is the picture that I flicked through on my camera roll. I'll show it to the camera and then I'll send it into our chat.
Yeah. All right.
I'll save it because I want to see your reaction on the stream too. Not on the stream, on the video. Are you ready for this?
See.
Jump scare
Yeah,
warning.
Oh, God.
Come on, that's deserving.
Oh, my God.
That's deserving of going in for the manager, I think. He would have fit in as a player as well, but
Yeah, he would have done.
yeah, there we go then, boys. That's complete. We'll see you next Wednesday for the final episode before the grand showdown, the best 11 of all the 11s we've done so far. Don't know what it is yet, so it'll be a surprise for us as well for you next Wednesday. Thank you very much, guys, as always.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, guys.